Welcome back. Day 4, Thursday, our Thursday, Sweet Thursday practice. I look very forward to guiding you through this sequence today. Maybe it's the first day where you actually need to re-motivate yourself, where you're thinking like, why am I doing this? Or again, my body aches in different places, or I'm not getting anywhere. These things are all completely normal. But I would like you to really get to that stage, the idea of taking every practice as a new one, enjoying the very present moment as you're moving and breathing, so forgetting about yesterday, forgetting about what is happening for the rest of your day, and just centering yourself so you can be aware and open for your practice now. Let's begin. Enjoy. So from yesterday's practice, we are going to begin again with tabletop, coming through a few rounds of cat and cow to warm up the body, to warm up the spine. So right away, start to breathe in. As you drop the belly, you lift your chest and your gaze. With your exhale, round your back, draw your chin to your chest, lift the upper back. 4 more rounds, connect to your own breath. Wherever you are, let's take 2 more rounds. Inhale to drop the belly, to lift chest and gaze. Exhale to round. Again, come back to feeling your foundation, your hands and feet in this posture. Firmly press them down to the mat. Last cat pose here for today's practice. And then come back into your neutral spine. For downward facing dog, take your hands one hand width further forward, curl your toes under, lift your hips all the way back and up. And now in your downward facing dog, you've done it already quite a few times in this series of yoga classes. So you can become aware maybe of slightly different areas of the body. So visualize moving your elbows slightly in towards one another, and notice if that helps you to roll your shoulders out and away from one another. Neck is nice and long, shoulders are away from the ears. And today we're coming into stillness. So we move into downward facing dog, having the feet hip width, hands shoulder width apart. And we stay here for 5 full rounds of breaths. If it feels nice, and I think I automatically do it, you can close your eyes. So you can really become aware of the inner qualities of your body, maybe how you're feeling today or how the breath is feeling. Hips are lifting, sitting bones are lifting up towards the ceiling. Spread your fingers wide, take 1 more breath here. Very nice. And then look forward, lift your heels and walk your feet to the top of your mat, coming into Uttanasana, our forward fold. Spread your toes wide, feet hip width apart, hold opposite elbows and relax the head fully down. Gently shake the body or rock the body side to side here. Keep a soft bend in your knees at all times. Come back to stillness, release your arms for flat back Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Any of the 3 versions you've done yesterday, either fingertips on the floor, hands on the shins or upper thighs. The main idea here is to really encourage the spine to elongate. So breathe in and exhale, forward fold. Soft bend in the knees, circle your arms around the body and come up to standing mountain pose Tadasana. Arms are lifting up and overhead. You can look forward or up towards the hands. And then exhale, release your palms through the heart and come into mountain pose. So in Tadasana, we open the palms forward, feet hip width apart. Slightly tuck your tailbone under so you can elongate the area of your low back. Take a moment to just feel your feet on the ground, the crown of your head lifting upwards. And then let's take a few rounds of half salutations and take that into full rounds of sun salutations today. So on your inhale, reach your arms out and around. Full breath, the hands come together. Exhale, forward fold, open your arms and release your upper body down. Inhale for halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, push through the feet, circle the arms around the body, come up to standing. Breathe in, look forward or up. And exhale, hands through the heart. 3 more rounds. Inhale, let's build fire through the body. Exhale, forward fold, breathe out completely. Inhale, lift halfway, elongate your spine. Exhale to fold. Push through the feet, come up with a nice long back. Reach up towards the skies. And exhale, hands through the heart. Last round, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Release your hands, relax the head, come up to standing, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands through the heart. Take a moment to connect your thumbs to your sternum. A moment to close your eyes, to relax the shoulders. And simply feel your breath flowing in and out of your body now. Maybe you feel the heart beating a little bit faster here. Slow your breathing down. And then gently open your eyes. Come back into mountain pose, Tadasana. For Sun Salutation B, Surya Namaskar B, we bring the big toes together and have the feet the heels just slightly apart, so about a fist width in between. Coming into chair pose, Utkatasana, sink your hips slow and reach your arms forward so your upper arms come parallel to the ears. Now in Utkatasana chair pose, a few things to consider. If you look down at your toes, you want to see them so the knees are further back. If your back is arching, try to tuck the tailbone under more so your pelvis is rotating forward. And again, your spine is long and the core can support your low back. If you need to come up anytime, so we stay here for quite a while going through all these different alignment cues, please come up and then move back into Utkatasana chair pose. Bring the weight more into your heels. Draw energy into your fingertips and bring your thumbs slightly out and away from one another so you're rolling the shoulders open. Your gaze is forward, so try not to compress anything in the neck here by looking too far up. And sink your hips down just a little bit more to challenge the body. Lightly squeeze your knees and your upper thighs in together. And keep the weight in your outer edges of your feet. Take one more breath in. Inhale, reach into your fingertips. And then forward fold, relax the body. Let the head hang heavy. And just take a moment here to relax the body completely. So in any yoga practice, we always try to find a nice balance between energizing the body and then softening again. Bring your palms to either side of your feet now and step the right leg back. For Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1, ground your right heel. So your back foot is in about a 45-degree angle and walk the left foot towards the left hand so your feet are hip-width apart. Once you're ready, lift your upper body off the mat. Beautiful work, you're in Warrior 1. So in Warrior 1, we start together by connecting the hands to the hips. Rotate your right hip forward and your left hip slightly back so your hips are squaring off to the top of your mat. Look at your back leg. The back leg is nice and long here and the weight is rather in the outer edge of your back foot. Bend your front knee, so you're over the front ankle. And again, depending on the hip, that might not be possible just yet. So you just try to soften forward as much as you can. Curl your tailbone under So your hips are slightly pressing forward, and draw your navel to your spine to engage your core, the center of your body that gives you stability in every posture. And then let's inhale, reach the arms forward and up, draw the thumbs back, move your pinky fingers slightly in. So again, you have this external rotation through the arms. Take a moment to enjoy being in your warrior one pose. Back leg is strong, front knee bent. Now inhale, reach the fingertips up. And for downward facing dog, lift your back heel, release your hands down and step the left foot back to meet the right. Downward facing dog. Start to move one knee to the chest at a time. Find some movement in your downward facing dog. And then for warrior two on the other side, pick your right foot off the mat, look forward and step the right foot toward your right hand. And if it doesn't get there straight away, take your right palm and help your foot to come forward. Back foot, the left foot is grounding down in a 45-degree angle and feet are hip width apart. Lift yourselves up for warrior Virabhadrasana 1. Back leg is nice and strong, front knee is bent over the front ankle. And then once you're ready, lift your arms forward and up. Continuously draw the left hip forward and the right hip back. Notice your breath. Try to breathe deep into the area of your abdomen, the area, the space just underneath your navel. Take one more inhale, reach into your fingertips. For downward facing dog, lift your back heel, release your hands to the floor and step your right foot back into downward facing dog. For our first vinyasa, our flow for our series, our practice, we're going to start like yesterday. That's what I wanted to say. The position, the postures you already know. So from here, you lift your heels and you roll forward into plank, shoulders over the wrists. Now shift the body forward, lower the knees down, untuck your toes, keep the elbows in and lower your whole body in one straight line to the floor. Hips release first. Soften the forehead to the ground and tuck your elbows fully in towards the side body. Notice your big toes and your hips really grounding down. And now for cobra, a baby cobra, lift your forehead, peel your chest off the mat and notice how far you can lift by engaging your back muscles. So what you want to do as you're lifted, pick your hands off the mat and this is roughly where you're staying. Take one more breath, inhale. Release your hands down, soften the forehead. Curl your toes under, come into tabletop and then move your hips back and up into your downward facing dog. So you're getting into that flow. Let's take 3 more rounds. Lift your heels, roll forward into your plank. You can choose to keep your knees lifted, shift forward and lower all the way down. Tuck the elbows in, lift into Cobra, Bhujangasana. Pick your palms off the mat and inhale. Exhale to release. Curl your toes under. Maybe you lift the knees and push into plank, a bit of stronger version, and come back into down dog. Exhale all the way out. Last round, last flow for today. Roll forward into plank. Either knees down or lifted. Lower the whole body to the ground. Inhale. Come into Cobra, Bhujangasana. And exhale through tabletop or plank. One last downward facing dog. Like we've done on the first day, walk your hands to your feet. Or the second day, hands move all the way back. This time bring your palms behind your knees. Hold opposite elbows. Relax your head completely. And allow your knees to slightly push out toward your arms. With your arms you resist. At the same time, move your knees away from one another. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Notice the length you can create here in the back of your legs and also your spine. And then release your arms. Inhale for halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold for a toe squat. Come onto your fingertips, lift your heels, and then drop your hips back to the heels. Maybe you're staying here with the heels fully lifted, the hips slightly off the heels, so you're using your core, the strength of your leg muscles. Or option 2, you take your hands to your heart, you find your first balancing posture for this series. Take one more inhale, one more exhale, and then wherever you are, release your hands down to the floor, bring your knees to the ground, bring the body onto, or the hips rather, onto the mat. Come into a cross-legged seating position, Sukhasana. Release and rest your hands down onto the knees, or draw your palms together at the heart. Gently bow your head to your heart in gratitude for showing up, for practicing, and for doing really, really well. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. From my heart to yours. Namaste.